Hi guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 138. So we're going to pick up where we left off on Wednesday. I'm just grabbing my Stamp and Cut Emboss machine from over on the side. We're going to lay this down. Put this on here to protect the glass. I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to run it through this new embossing folder. Grab it from over here. It is called Joined Together. So it's kind of fun. You're going to see that there's a whole story about it. It's one of the bundles that is in the catalog. It goes with it. I was not overly fond of the bundle, but I was extremely picky this year, with what I was going to order. I didn't order as much as I usually do, not so much that the times are tough, just that the times are tough. But just nothing really caught my eye like in previous catalogs. So can you see that? So apparently this is something they do, I think it's a European thing, maybe an Asian thing, where they break up glass, but then they run, I guess, gold through. So you could use either side. I kind of like the side where it goes down. All right, so that's what we're going to do on here. I am going to use my tear and tape because, you know what, I am going to do that side up, I think. Yeah. All right, because I've run it through my Stamp and Cut Emboss machine, I usually like using the tear and tape just because sometimes with the seal, because you've already broken down the fibers in the cardstock, sometimes the seal rips your cardstock. So I love tear and tape. All right, so let's go ahead, burnish that a little bit. I might have one fingernail that might work. Let's see, here we go. I'm just peeling off that backing. Oops, I didn't burnish that enough. I don't want to burnish too much because I don't want to mess up the embossing on this side. Not that I'm that strong, but Ooh, don't know what that tore off. All right, let's go here and peel that off. All right, now this is extremely sticky, so we want to make sure we get it hovered just right. We're not pushing down yet. We're looking at all four sides, and we're thinking that looks good. All right, so there's our background. Now, if you wanted to, you could run like an embossing your white craft pad over there. You could take a brayer and brayer color over. You take your blending brushes. I'm just going to leave it the way it is because we have so much color we're introducing here. All right, so let me grab, because I want this to be somewhat straight. I always feel like this is even crooked. Doesn't it seem like it? Let me try it from the other side. There, all right. We're going to be even with my layer. So if my layer is crooked, then it's all downhill from there, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and let's bring this down just a little bit. So we're going to bring that there. I am going to use, hope I have enough in there. I'm going to be using the green glue that I have in just a precision tip bottle. All right, so let's see again. There we go. We're just going to go down a little bit. Should have out my tweezers. I'm ready to glue all over my fingers. Oh, no. You gotta hold it down for a little bit because remember, let me bring it down a little bit. Oh, shoot. Because of the layers, because of the embossing folder, you need to hold it down for a little bit because there's different depths here. So it's going to take a while for it to actually kind of catch that. I think that looks like a little too much. So now I'm doing this against this, so all of these will at least be even. Move that over just a little bit. There we go. Hold on to it. All right, so we had done that there. Let's move it down just a little bit. Let's do that last one. All right, let's hold that down for a little bit. All right, so there you see they're kind of like just a little bit of a stair step down. Let's go ahead and glue this down here. Now see that, oh, that's a very pretty sight too. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the glue on this side. Just putting a light layer of that glue on there. Again, we're going to have to hang on to it. Looking to center. Hang on for a little bit. You could always put one of your blocks on there to hold it down to dry. Of course, make sure your blocks are clean. All right, so let's go over here to this. I'm going to be using Simply Said. So glad that they did not retire this stamp set. And I am going to be using Memento. Let me clip this cap it just for a second because you know me. All right, and I'm going to use, I don't even know if we have this one anymore. Is it just long enough? I think it's just long enough. We'll test it out first just to make sure. So if you don't have the block all the way over. Okay, looks good. See how the stamp's going over the edge of the block? So if you have any letters there, sometimes it's not going to stamp very good. But that looks like it's good. Have a little bit of a goober on there. All right, so I'm going to, hopefully I'm not getting my head in. I'm looking at that strip and I'm going straight down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off because if any of you have received a birthday card from me, you know that I usually write happy, happy birthday. All right, so I am going to come here and I'm going to just ink up that happy part. I'm not getting anywhere near that B for the birthday. And I'm going to come over. I'm hoping I cleaned off that birthday enough. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this down now. I'm going to put it over here on this, just in case I have any moisture on that. I've been going to run out for a long time on this. In case there's any moisture on that glass mat, I don't want it to smear my ink. All right, and again, we're going to look, make sure we have it showing through above and below. Let's go ahead and You know I love them. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. Here are those new in colors, the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls. Love these. Love them. I don't even know if you can see how iridescent and shiny they are. They are really fun. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to grab in reverse order. I'm going to go orange. Sorry, Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slush, Cloud Cover, and then Darling Duckling, and then I think I want to have, because that's 4, and you know I don't do anything in even numbers. So I'm going to do a small, a medium, and another small. And there you are. Fun birthday card showing you all of those new in colors. Very fun. And that fabulous embossing folder. All right, let me show you the other ones I made. Here I took one of the scenery 6x6 DSP. I think this is Thoughtful Journey. I tend to go back. I think Thoughtful Journey and Autumn. What's it called? Splendid Autumn were the only 2 scenery ones they carried over in the 6x6 size. So yes, so here I probably should have put some little gemstones on there. Let me think. What do I want to put on there? Yep, I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to take up your time. But yeah, I'll put like 1, 2, 3 on there just so you can see them. And here on this one, I did it vertical. I put all of these DSPs together and stamped with that Layers of Beauty, right? Layers of Beauty. Stamped it down. And then these are, of course, that wonderful alphabet die set that got carried over. Many alphabet dies. I think these, I don't know, I think they're featured in the catalog. If not, if you go on the website, just put in mini alphabet and it'll pop up. So that's what I used on that. And there you are. What do you think of those? Give me a thumbs up, comment, share if you want to with your social media or your other friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most of all, have a great Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.